Hey guys, Tom here. The basement project's moving along, and today I gotta replace this thermostat. Stick around. So this is the old style thermostat. It's a dial thermostat, no zone settings. It's on or off. You just turn the dial and that's how you set it. It's got a mercury bubble in there and like a heat coil. And what I need to do is, not only am I replacing it, but I'm moving it over there. It used to be mounted by this highly sophisticated rig here on this pole. We painted these poles. Once the basement's finished, seriously, do you want this hanging in when you're out in the middle of where you're going to be? So I'm going to move it over to the other side of the wall. So basically what that entails is taking this apart, moving it, and then I'm going to replace it with this digital thermostat that you have a little more control. You can do some settings throughout the day. Truth be told, we're not going to need much down here because, as you'll see, we're putting down a stove down here, so that's going to control the heat down here pretty much. But I want to have this available, so I'm going to move it over there. It entails me taking apart some wires, restringing the wire over there, mounting the new thermostat. So this is a battery operated programmable thermostat, and the first thing you need to do with any project, like I tell you each and every time, it comes with a book. Read the book, familiarize yourself with what you're doing. So the first thing I got to do is take this apart. It's going to be pretty simple. The power's off to the heat system. How these work is there's a mercury bubble and a little coil of metal, and the metal expands and contracts, and the heat and the mercury bubble has to be level, and it goes off and on, and that controls the switch. If you're getting rid of this, you have to dispose of them responsibly. There's some mercury in the vial here. I mean, it's a very, very small amount, but still, you have to take care of it. Maybe if you call your local heating contractor, they can take it for you, or they're usually, I think there's you can go online, there's websites where it tells you there's websites where it tells you where you can responsibly get rid of mercury vial thermostat. So the first thing I need to do is take this off of here, and we'll get at it. Okay, I have this off the plate. It was just a couple of screws. I'm just going to set it aside so I can take care of it properly. Next, I just have to remove these two leads that go to the back plate of the old thermostat. Just two wires, and I'm ready to move this cord. I ran my wire. It was real easy. All I did was pull out the staples and the rafters. I fed it over here, ran it through the existing holes in the floor joist for the electrical that's already there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this right on this seam where the drywall and the block wall meet. Now these are both interior walls. This is the back side of the storage room, if you remember, and this is the behind here is a another storage room and a linen closet. So these are both interior walls, so I don't really worry that I'm going to have the temperature affected, this being on an exterior wall. Now, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to hide the wire in this channel, in this seam between the block and the drywall, because I'm going to put a piece of trim up here, and I'm actually going to hang a block of wood on the wall and then hang the thermostat on the block. But in order to make room for the wire, I'm just going to cut a little V groove in the side of the drywall so I could tuck the wire right back in there. So I'm just cutting that away. You don't need much because that wire is going to tuck right in there and it's already flush. So I'm just going to go down to about here so I make sure I have enough room for the wire all the way down to the box. So I put my block on the wall, and it's just a scrap piece of old molding. I drilled a hole through the back, fed the wire through the back plate of the thermostat. Okay, so my back plate's set on there. It's nice and level. And now all I have to do is hook up the wires. And this is really easy. But what you need to do is, if you're replacing a thermostat that has, let's say it doesn't have color-coded wires or multiple wires, more than just two anyway. On the control panel of the thermostat, it's labeled the color codes. There's black, orange, green, yellow, white. There's one that's not used, a red, and a red common. And generally, a thermostat will come with a little sleeve of tags where before you take off your wires from your old thermostat, all you would do is you could peel off the little sticker and simply mark your old wire so you knew which one it was. Obviously I don't need to do that because I know this one's red because it's red. What I need to do is I need to trim this back a little bit. Oh, before I get involved with this, if you have a thermostat that you're replacing, and before you want to take anything out of the wall, you don't know how much slack you have. So what I like to do is a pencil or something like that, and that way it'll prevent the old wire from falling back in the wall while you're working. I'm going to strip this wire back, get myself a couple new leads, and then I'll be ready to hook this up. So all I'm going to do now is hook up my two leads. So the red goes in the red, white goes in the white. And the last thing I need to do is just hook up my control panel, a couple AAA batteries, I'm all set. And then these little pins right here, they connect into this bar here. On the back here, there is a setting for if you have the kind of heat, whether it's a fuel heat or a heat pump. And I have to set mine to the gas and oil. You can see how easy it is to install a thermostat. If you're just taking out an old one, installing a new one, it's going to be simple for you. Make sure you follow the directions, follow the steps that I showed you, and you'll have it done in no time. Less than a half hour. In my case, it took a little longer because I was moving it from over there to here. But with this open basement, that was really easy as well because I could just move the wire to wherever I needed to go. If you like this kind of thing, make sure you subscribe to the HomeCraft Chronicles if you haven't already. Each week there's home improvement, DIY, I'm working on a basement renovation, happy hour every Friday, and a lot of other things that can help you improve your house, enjoy your house, and get the most out of living in your house as a lifestyle. Until I see you next time, remember, take care of yourself and your home. See you soon.